Welcome to this afternoon's live, not live commentary coverage, NASCAR 08 coverage on the channel. We had live commentary for our last live stream on Sunday afternoon, but time for a little double-header for the NASCAR Busch Series season. 2 50% races, 2 short tracks. Toyota Raceway, first and fourth most, and then we got Richmond soon after that. So half-mile short track, and then we head to a 3/4 mile short track for our 2 races. Again, with these both being 50% races, they're going to be pretty quick. 150 laps in the first race. Second race will be 125, I do believe. So let's get into this thing. We're going to be starting last. No practice, no qualifying in both races. Richmond, one of my better tracks here. And we ran a half-mile short track similar to this at Bristol in the last race. I had the fastest car. We led 110 laps. We did not win because I DNF'd. I got in a crash. And I was out of gas while that crash happened, so never made it back into the pits. Let's not make that mistake again, and hopefully we have a solid performance. 2 rough finishes in a row, 27th and dead last and 43rd. So I've not scored a lot of points in the last 2 races. I've not recalculated the points for the last 4, so I don't know exactly where I stand in the regular season championship. I do apologize for that. I don't like the way that this car's sliding around on me already. I'm tiptoeing around the racetrack and I'm already all over the place. Throttle's very touchy. Billy Kramer, welcome into the stream. Picking up a lot of spots already, though. Four 4-0 in fantasy football. That's impressive. Good start for you. 2-2. I got my tail kicked in this week. Minor to play. The only thing I did wrong at Bristol is I calculated it correctly, but I tried to go a lap beyond where I calculated for some stupid reason. Obviously wasn't worth the risk. Getting caught up in an incident, trying to get into the pits, that necessarily wasn't my fault, but at least I would have had the security blanket that if that happened, I wouldn't have been out of gas. If I had pitted the lap before, and it wouldn't have ended the race, because I don't think I had enough damage that I would have DNF'd off the crash itself. 8 laps and we're already up to 4th. I literally have almost the same setup I had in it for Bristol. I was prepared for this race. I mean, the speed was great in the last one. We're in a great spot. Martin Truex Jr. won that race, so we're sitting at 7 different winners on the season. Still 8 races to go in the regular season. After tonight's doubleheader, we're only going to be down to 6. I'd have a lot of playoff points. 20 of them. With only 8 races to go in the regular season, I'd like a little bit more than that with my harder tracks coming up in the playoffs. I mean, at this point, I just want to salvage the best finish I can on a 1.5 miles, knowing that that's my weakness. And I need to get the wins on the short tracks. And the fact of the matter is that I have 2 short track finishes of 13th and 43rd. One of which was not my fault, that Phoenix race where I finished 13th. That was a pit road glitch that costed me, but got to find any sort of way to not have that happen again. Either one of those 2 mishaps. Ken Clark, welcome to the stream. Doing great tonight. Yeah, great race on Sunday, and great game for my Tigers. earlier today. I obviously had to work, so I didn't get to catch much of it. But I was keeping track of the score as much as I could, and I watched the highlights when I got home from work before the stream. It was a nail biter, that's for sure. That was a game we had to win with Scooble on the mound. See if we can close it out. We were up 2-1 in the series against Cleveland last year, and we still ended up not winning in the ALDS. So I'm not going to start celebrating until the series is clinched. But it's definitely a good start. Always good to take the first game. $13 until NASCAR 25. Earlier than that for the pre-release, I do believe. It's 13 days until the actual release, I think. But the pre-order, get it a few days earlier. The fact that I was able to get to 4th by lap 8, and I still haven't led yet, it's kind of wild, but looking to make a pass on the 17 of Danny O'Quinn Jr. that time, and we do lead a lap. So 20 laps to go from last to first as we get by our teammate, and it's Jamie McMurray leading. Wade, welcome to the stream. Feels good to win. Yes, it does. Fellow Tigers fan. Shahir Gaming and Entertainment, welcome to the stream. Still happy for your dude Chase Elliott, of course, man. Favorite driver getting a win. It's always awesome. Mine last week, yours this week. Starting to overdrive the entry just a bit since getting to the lead. There's been 2 times I've kind of skirted my tires a little too much. It's very slippery around this racetrack. It's pretty heavy on the downforce, like I was at Bristol, but I don't feel like I'm hooked up as well as I was at Bristol by way of just grip. A few sets of tires, no big deal. I would imagine this is going to be a one-stop race. It could be 2 stops, because we should have an accelerated fuel window with it being a 50% race. We'll have to wait and see. First contact with the wall. As this race goes on, I'm not really pulling away from them. It's going to get concerning if the tires really start to fall off the race car. Yeah, Tigers definitely can't drop any games at Scooble pitches, that's for sure. I feel really tight in the middle of the corners. Wonder how badly I'm actually rolling over on my right front. Jackson Robinson, welcome in. Getting closer to the lap traffic, I'm starting to pull away a little bit now. First lap traffic, surprised it took 39 laps for the race leader, which is ourselves right now, to actually get into lap traffic. Seems like an awfully long time for a half-mile track. So I've been in contact with the back of this 106. Contact. 3 wide racing got a bit tight. Yeah, do or die game. That's going to be tough to sleep Wednesday night as a fan or a player. Or anybody involved with the Tigers organization. I wish Scooble could just pitch every game, every inning. It'd be nice. Make everybody else's job a little bit easier. Won a TikTok giveaway last night on Carson Ware's stream. I didn't even know Carson Ware did anything. Social media. Wasn't he in jail not that long ago? Well, I mean, I guess if he can't race anymore. Number 1 to 220. Give me 65. Congrats on your award, though. $150. This Walmart car's not giving me a lot of room. I'm trying to be patient with him. There we go. Made a clean pass. He had a little bit of damage to the front of his race car already. Just over a 3-second lead. Lap 53. Oh, trail of smoke up off turn 2. No caution, though. Keep it green. We're not quite within the fuel window yet. We're just under 100 to go. And this is our first of 2 races tonight. Camera broke behind home plate. Scooble pitching. Scooble's breaking everything at Progressive Field, ain't he? Breaking camera lenses. He's breaking faces. Throws heat. Yeah, the little bit of the game I was watching, he was throwing over 100 miles an hour in the, or was hitting 100 in the 7th inning still. Saying that he could do that from start to finish. Like back in the day, I remember Justin Verlander would be able to throw up above 100 late in the game, but he kind of paced himself and he would start slow and then finish with the hard stuff. He kind of saved the best for last. Like Scooble from start to finish is just able to do that. He doesn't have to save himself. Little side swipe of Sam Hornish Jr. Kind of chopped the entry off a little bit, floated up the track too much. And it made contact there too. And with the wall. Hitting everything. At Kenseth's pretty deep in the field. I was wondering how many cars I'd lapped. Not even half the field yet. Just about, but Kenseth's just not having a good day. 24th. It's amazing how tight I was starting to build in the middle of the run, and as I'm getting later and later in the run, now it's starting to free up. Either way, I've been having to kind of feather the throttle quite a bit. So it was loose early in the run, tight middle. End of the run, it's getting loose again. I don't think I'm going to make any adjustments. I mean, it's fast. I just got to not make the same mistake I made at Bristol, and we'll be fine. Just hope that we don't catch a caution in the middle of green flag pit stops either. Does look like the right front's wearing a little bit before the right rear. Just said contact from behind by Denny. Denny knocked me up into Kevin Conway. Tried to do to me what he did at Kansas last weekend. Here we go. Come on. Almost halfway through this first race already. Yeah, both races tonight going to be under an hour, so about the, a normal Busch Series race length. We're just doing two 50% races instead of one 100% race. We're definitely in the fuel window now if we were to catch a caution. Same thing with Bristol, where we're going to want to stay out of the pits as long as we can here first. We get contacted just a bit there. Lap 76. We're halfway. I don't expect Mize is going to be pitching a lot tomorrow unless he shuts them down in the first time through the rotation. He's not going to go more than twice through the rotation. I can guarantee that. And the only way he's going more than once through the rotation is if he doesn't show any signs of pressure. Unless we've got a big lead early, that would be the only other way. If he gave up a couple runs, but we're up 6-2 or something like that, because then you would want him to eat innings. So if it did go a third game, you wouldn't have to go into the bullpen. But I don't expect him to go for much. Gonna go one more lap. We're gonna go to lap 80 and then we're gonna pit. And we've got other cars coming in too. Don't speed. All right. No adjustments, 4 tires, and Sunoco race fuel. Man, my eyes have been itchy all day today. My goodness. Ever since I woke up this morning. It's a bad allergy day for the eyes. Oh man, somebody just hit me coming into their box. There was so much carnage down there. Kind of slow getting in and out of the box. Pass this guy on the apron. Still in the lead lap. I think I'm going to lose the lead though. Yeah, we were very slow getting in and out of the box. Down in front of Menard. We're in third, 2.5 seconds off the lead. I've got the quickest car in the field. I just ran my fastest lap, too. So that also helps. I caught traffic in a bad spot. That guy drifted up into me. Still ran my fastest lap, though. Oh, don't wreck him. That would have sent me to the rear if I had caused that caution. I really thought I wrecked that guy. Put down some quick laps, so 15.0. Probably get down into the 14s. Car doesn't feel as loose as it did the first run. That's a plus. Already under 1.5 seconds back. Well, we're back into second. There's the 11 of Truex, who's trying to go for back-to-back wins. I want my 5th and 6th wins of the year tonight. Go from 20 to 30 playoff points, that'd be great. I do think Richmond's actually going to be a little easier than this. At least that's what I'm expecting. All right, got to run. Picking behind Hornish if possible. Nope. Might have to... Well, we might be able to get him down here. Get back to the gas sooner. Now, there we go. We got him. Yeah, I'm not throwing this one away like I did at Bristol. 7 ARCA wins for Butterbean. I thought he had 8. Thought I heard somebody say he has 8. I heard that from my chat for the Kansas race weekend. 8 wins. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Head's been pounding since the morning. I had a headache middle of the day yesterday. And then it went away by the evening. I think it's just because I was behind on calories through the day. Just energy level was running low. Sorry. Sorry, sir. I think you just need new glasses. Yeah, that'll probably help too. Yeah, if you're looking around all day with not the greatest vision, that'll definitely give you a headache. Not that I know from experience, but from what I've heard with other people who wear glasses or maybe need new glasses. Punched the most laps led already. Still 49 laps to go. Lap 102 of 150. At the formerly known as Red Bull Raceway, Toyota Raceway on NASCAR 08. Fastest lap of the race. I did get down to the 14s. 14.946 that last lap. Tied my best lap that time. It was a really good 1 and 2. That was a quick lap. 14.68. Eye appointment in November. Man, that can't come soon enough. Hopefully you don't have headaches on the regular. And if you do, hopefully you can get that exam date moved up. So you don't have to struggle for over a month. Man, busy lap traffic going through here. Hey, yay! Power slide my way into the corner. $40 to go. It's about as heavy as the lap traffic's been for me the whole race. Got my largest lead, though. I'm getting through it pretty quickly. Pulling away from second. We've got almost a 5-second lead. I'll end up having to get a water in between races. I don't have anything to drink up here at the moment. I was trying to hold off to the end of the race. I was getting a little parched over the last like 10 laps or so, but I'm close to the end. 15-second laps here. We're less than 10 minutes from the checker, so I can hold off for about 10 minutes. Unless I catch a caution before that, then I might end up just taking advantage of that instead. This was a full race that went caution-free. We'd be able to lap more cars than what it's probably looking like I'm going to lap. But we, obviously, with going over 100 laps green to start the race, still lapped quite a few drivers. And we went through a cycling and green flag pit stops where if it was a full race, wouldn't have even gotten to the stop yet. Wouldn't have gotten to the stop, honestly, until we got close to the end of what our race would be with this distance. I'll tell you what, this Walmart car's been pinching me on. That's the second time I've caught him in this race. That wasn't as bad as the first time, but still would have liked a little bit more grace. Everybody else, for the most part, is giving it to me. Why can't old Walmart? I shop at Walmart, you know? They should be more respectful. I'm a better advocate of his sponsor than he is. You can see me? Well, not anymore. Maybe in high school. I'm trying to think back. I might have applied there when I was in high school. And then ended up just working at McDonald's instead. I know there was another, like, local grocery store a couple towns over from me that I tried to apply there. That might have been the very first place I applied. My very first job application. Honestly, don't remember if I ever heard back from them or not. I know McDonald's probably paid more at the time, so I probably went with that. Although I don't think it mattered. I think I was going to be making minimum wage anyway. Maybe it's because McDonald's was a little closer. The car I had at that time was junk, so the least I could drive it, the better. The old Ford Exploder. It was a Ford Explorer, but I called it the Exploder. Oddly enough, it did end up exploding. The head gasket, at least. Had that car for about 6 months, and that was it. Did not have the money to get the head gasket replaced at that age. Crisp age of 16 years old. I was probably about 17. Because I didn't get my driver's license right on my birthday. Because I started driver's ed a little bit later. And then in the middle of... So I did driver's ed, right? And then I was in the middle of... like the amount of hours you need with like a driving coach or whatever. The driver's ed instructor. I was in the middle of those hours when I broke my ankle in high school. So that actually put me on the back burner that I couldn't get my driver's license like right at 16. So I ended up not getting it until I was like about 16 and a half because I was in a boot on crutches. So I had to finish out the drive time like a few months after. And then I couldn't take the driver's test until I was out of the boot and I was like back around walking again. So then I got the Exploder. So I was probably like 17 when the head gasket blew out on it. And then I got the Mustang. I'm pretty sure I was 17, so I was probably a junior. But yeah, I was not one of those lucky 16-year-olds because I was injured at the time of wanting to get my driver's license. Bunch of hoopla. 14 to go. 12-second lead. Wow, I really grew that out. There's only 2 cars on the lead lap, myself and Martin Truex Jr. I don't know that I'm going to be able to lap Truex. But all it takes is one caution and he's back into it, so I hope this stays green. I could probably take fresh tires just to blow right around him. And I've got the set sitting there, might as well. I guess it depends on how many laps we're going to have left. Like, if a caution came out right now, I would do it, but we only have a lap or 2 left on a restart. It's probably safe that I don't. Working as a zookeeper. What makes you think, if you had to guess, like, what my job title would be if you guys had no idea what I did for work, I'm curious to know what you would actually think. I would have never guessed zookeeper. I feel like maybe if I would have wore those, I don't even know what kind of hats they're called. The hat like Steve Irwin would wear, like out in the jungle or something. Like, that's what I imagine a zookeeper would look like. A bucket hat. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I'm not a bucket hat person. My grandpa wears bucket hats. I don't. My dad does every once in a while, too. He's got this Chase Elliott one. The height. Our zookeeper's usually pretty tall. I didn't know that was a commonality amongst zookeepers. Almost 13 seconds ahead, about a second to a second and a half. Well, probably more like 2 seconds off of Truex. 6 laps to go. Definitely not going to lap him before the finish. But the fact that only 2 cars are going to finish this race on the lead lap. Pure domination. This is even after starting last. And obviously no cautions. And only a 50% race. Race length. Three to go. Montoya trying to make it 3 wide for some reason. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Well, I can see Truex up ahead, but yeah, definitely not going to catch him. Checkered flag in the air. Jamie McMurray dominates at Toyota Raceway. All right. Well, we got the first race of the doubleheader in the books, and we got the win. Just going to do an old Polish victory lap here and move on into race 2 at Richmond. Hell yeah. First place without rewinding? Well, I've never rewound in this game. I don't plan on using that feature. Probably could have used it at Bristol. 119 laps led out of 150. 4 lead changes, no cautions, 13.8 second margin of victory. Only 2 cars finished on the lead lap, ourselves and Mark Truex Jr. 119.17 mile per hour average race speed, 40 minutes, 15 seconds total time on the race. Yep. I'll definitely remember to mute going to the main menu. Thank you for that, Michael. Patrick Shadley, welcome to the stream as well. Truex in the number 11, started 11th, led 11 laps, finished 2nd. That would have been funny if he ended up finishing 11th, too. That would have been too many 11s. Kevin Harvick, first car lap down in 3rd. David Reagan, 4th. And 5th for Todd Cleaver. How about 3 Roush cars in the top 5? Mike Walls finishes 6th. Daniel Quinn Jr. 7th after starting on the pole and leading the first 20 laps. And that's another Roush car, by the way. Marcus Ambrose in 8th. J.J. Yaley 9th and Kevin Conway 2 laps down, rounding out the top 10. Our other teammate Greg Biffle 19th. 3 laps down, 4 laps down at 28th for Matt Kenseth. He had a poor performance in this one. And 2 DNFs, John Wood and L. George, were the 2 DNFs in the race. So, take a picture of my results. Get the Richmond race loaded. I'm going to be 6 races behind on the point standings after tonight's doubleheader. So I'm going to need to get on that at some point. We're doing more NASCAR 08 for the next couple days. It's going to be tough with me being at work all day. I'll make sure I get it done at some point and get caught up before the regular season finale. I don't even know if I'm actually leading the regular season point standings with the back-to-back very poor performances. 27th at Chicagoland, and then a not-so-good last-place finish at Bristol, the race after that. But we rebounded, and we won by damn near 14 seconds. So on to Richmond. 125 laps. Make sure I go down and get my water in a second. All right. To the water. Away. I'll be back in about, well, it's going to take me a minute to fill the water. I don't even have a cup yet. It'll probably be about a good 60 seconds or so. Then we'll get this race underway. Alrighty, I'm back. We actually gained viewers while I was gone. I don't know how that's possible, but... Alright. I had to go refill my water between races. Well, on to race number 2. Once I get my setup in. I don't want to forget that. I'm just going to do the same thing I was doing the last 2 short track races. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could probably go down a half a round on the wedge, but I'll just keep it where it's at. It's turn 3 where I might be a little too tight with this setup. All right, last to first. I don't know if I can get there in 20 laps again, but we'll try. Might take a little longer to get to the front of the field here. We have a little bit less laps. Should be a one-stop race again. We'll have 2 sets of tires. I can't use the apron as effectively here as I was able to at Toyota Raceway. So making these passes is probably going to be a little bit slower. 3 wide, kind of moseying around the bottom. So far, so good. Roz, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we are on the move. I mean, 1 lap to go up 11 spots. That's pretty solid. I'm really hoping we can finish this season before NASCAR 25 comes out. It's going to be difficult. I'm doing my best. We've got 2 more 50% races left, so that could kind of double up one. Maybe I could do a double upload on a day off where there's no... Well, that's tough, though, because Truck Series races on Friday this week, too. So we'll be doing live commentary Friday afternoon for the truck event. Legs are pale. My everything is pale. Remember when I wore the cutoff when I was straight from working out that one time? However long ago that was. That was middle of the summer, too. That's the sad part. Everything but my neck and forearms is pale. I'm pasty. I'm surprised I don't have a bruise on my leg right now. It's freaking sore. Smoked my leg on There's, long story short, one of the powered equipment machines at my work, it's kind of like this pallet jack, like riding thing where you kind of stand on it. It's like, I mean, it's thousands of pounds. They're heavy so they don't tip over when you have heavy freight on it. But anyway, they're so heavy that they can't run over pieces of wood. So I'm trying to like back off of it. For some reason I got stuck off of it. And as soon as I ended up having the wheels touch the concrete again, after coming off the piece of wood, the tire spun, and it spun the handle right out of my hand. Like I had a loose grip on it, and it smoked me right in the leg. I mean, it was like middle thigh. I don't have the girthiest legs, so I mean, it was straight handlebar on twig. Gave me a dead leg. I had to step off of it for a second, walk around for like 10 seconds or so. Yeah, I mean, it was right in the center of the thigh. I'm glad it hit me in the thigh and not in the hip. That would have hurt a lot worse if it hit me in the hip. I'm actually surprised it hit me in the leg. Because I would have thought when you let go of the handlebar, the handle moves up and it's about hip level for me. Ooh. Yeah, he's gonna be pissed at me. I thought I turned him. I thought he was spinning out for sure. Oh, bump and run on John Wood. Yeah, it did hurt. I can feel it when I'm walking around. I mean, it doesn't like, I have a pretty high pain tolerance as it is. So it's just one of those things where it gave me a dead leg and I had to walk it off immediately, but I was fine. It doesn't hurt at the moment. It's just sore. It almost feels like I had a brutal leg workout, but only in the one leg. Which that part of it feels kind of weird. Because my left leg is perfectly fine. It will probably end up bruising. I mean, it hit me pretty hard. I'm not one to like actually say like ow or yell ow if something happens, but that one was just kind of like a, oh god, and then yeah, walk it off for 15 seconds or so. Walk back and forth. I don't think anybody saw it. Probably one of those things where I should have reported the incident, but I knew I was fine. I was walking around perfectly fine. I just was trying to get feeling back in my leg. It reminded me of those days of playing basketball, and you would set a screen, and then somebody kind of coming around the top of the key would knee you right in the thigh. That's exactly what that reminded me of. Well, I thought it would take longer than 20 laps to get to the lead. It's going to be close. Federico Sanchez, welcome into the stream. Ay, ay, ay. Got a little too loose there. I probably was over-dramatizing how loose I actually was. It wasn't that loose. I wasn't expecting it to get loose at all, though, but I guess when I enter that low, bound to happen sometimes. 1 second off the lead. Come on. Wait, what was that? Ran yourself over with grocery stocking carts? Well, yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. You talk about, like, when they're in that, like, giant stack and you're trying to bring them in and out of the building? That'd be the worst thing to get ran over. That's repeated. It's like to be going at a speed that you're not going to be able to get them to stop. Tripped over a milk crate. I think I've only like tripped and fallen once in my 4.5 years of working where I work. I can still vividly remember that. Nobody saw me do that either. That one actually hurt. There's like a skid plate. It's like a backstop, so when you're pulling into pallets, it doesn't back all the way into the garage door. And I didn't know that there was one by the door I was specifically at. I was trying to load something up into the trailer manually with my legs and just kind of walk the box in there. I didn't see it, and I tripped. I threw the box. Box was in the air. I landed flat. I couldn't have landed any more flat on my chest. I kind of knocked the wind out of me. It was more funny than anything. I was laughing immediately. I was like, please tell me somebody saw that. Well, I'm glad nobody saw it because I was embarrassed in the moment. It was one of those things where you kind of turn around and look to see if somebody's there, and nobody saw me do that. I'm like, thank God. One of those moments where if somebody would have saw me do that, they would have never forgotten that moment. All right. Yeah, I wasn't hurt from that either. It caught me by surprise because I didn't even know it was there. I just walked around it like it wasn't there. And it was. They sit really low on the ground. Like, I mean, it's only a couple inches high. Perfect for me to trip over. I'm not one for being a klutz and tripping and falling much. I just realized Truex is the one that we just passed again. He's on a hot streak. He won Bristol. He finished second at Toyota Raceway. Now he's leading laps and he's running second in the early going of this race as well. Oh. Did you guys hear that over the mic? I'm curious. It sounded very loud. I wasn't expecting my neck to actually crack there. I was just trying to do a quick roll. Stand on your feet for about 7 hours once. I mean, that's seems about normal for me. I'd say that's a normal day's work, but I do sit down on lunch break, so exclude the 30 minutes that I'd be sitting for. Already out to 1.3, 1.4 second lead. Yeah, the intermediate tracks, we've definitely found that that's my Achilles heel on this season. I almost crashed into the wall there. I was way out of the gas on the exit of the corner. I got back in the gas way too soon out of turn 2. Less than 100 to go. Dig, dig, dig. Usually run yourself over with the carts. I guess like running your foot over would be kind of easy. Especially if you have big feet. Well, just like we did strategy, as far out as we can. It's going to be a pretty simple one-stopper. And if I lose the lead, that's fine, because we can get it back just like we did at the Toyota Raceway. We've got a much faster car than the rest of the field. We're right on the bubble of making this a one-stop. I mean, it's a little tighter than what it was in the last race, but we should easily make it still. I think if a caution comes out, I'm going to end up pitting, just because we have two sets of tires and I can kind of attack for a little bit. Maybe try to build a gap for when we get into green flag pit stops. Because if it only took me, 21, 22 laps to get to the lead on equal tires, should be less than that on fresh tires, mathematically. ESPN, or I almost said ESPN Sports has been bought out. EA Sports has been bought out. What, like just now? Who bought them out? I didn't even know they were selling. I mean, I live under a rock, so I wouldn't have known any of that stuff anyway, but it's interesting. I don't know why I'm struggling to pass this guy. Move over, Rover. He drives it in so much harder than me. I could probably be more aggressive, but I'm really trying not to. He's killing my lead. I had over 3 seconds, and now it's only about 1.8. All right, there we go. Saudi, man, what's up with Saudi buying everything? Taking over the United States. First my professional wrestling, and now my sports games. In all fairness, other than NCAA 25, I have not bought an EA Sports video game in a long time. I mean, I think the last Madden game I had was 19, I think. Was that the year Antonio Brown was on it? I haven't played a newer Madden game in like, what is that, 6 years now? And the only reason I even got NCAA 25 is because I really wanted it, because I heard there was a lot of hype around it. I heard it was a good game. It had been out for a few months. I'm like, yeah, that's a game I want when I get a PS5, and that was the first game I had. So I will gladly say that has been fun whenever I've gone back and played it. I actually just started a Dynasty mode again like a couple weeks ago. Running it back. There's 2 things I didn't do. I didn't have an undefeated, so I'm trying to do those 2 things. Ooh. Contact with the 108. Second season. Yeah, I actually ended up losing in the second round of the playoffs. I was a little upset about that. I lost to Oregon twice with the University of Michigan. I lost, like, I don't know, I started 8-0 and then I lost. And then I lost to them in the Big Ten title game. I'm like, okay, what do I got to do to beat these guys? And then I think I lost to Florida State in my playoff game. Future. Not a good start. And then I lose 2 of my first 4 games. Started 2-2. And now I'm up to 9-2 then. Won 7 in a row after that. Win this next game against Ohio State. I'll be in the Big Ten title game. Try to go for the first round bye again this year. Just knocking off the rust from not playing the game since last football season. The rust is real. Which is good that I'm playing NASCAR 08 before NASCAR 25 comes out. It's going to be a completely different game. I think it'd probably be better for me to play like NASCAR Heat again, but I'm not going to do that. That would probably act somewhat similar to how NASCAR 25 was to a certain extent. But just doing any, NASCAR racing game, at least I'd like to think I can be competent at it right off the... Every track I go to for the first time is going to be different. It's like that when we've played these classic EA games I either haven't played in a really long time, or in this case, the NASCAR 08, I never touched at all. I didn't play this game growing up until we started it on the channel months ago. Lap 50. 75 to go. About 15 laps away from pit stops. It was lap 35 when I hit halfway out of gas. So I'll probably pit at lap 68 just to be safe. That'll be my number. I definitely don't seem to have the same pull-away speed that I did at the Toyota Raceway. We got out to about a 3-second lead, and I feel like as this run's going on, I'm actually losing a little bit of time. The car itself still feels fine, but I'll see them get down to about 1.7 here and there, just depending on the flow of the lap traffic. Now it's down to 1.6. Is it Truex that's still in second? I haven't looked up at the leaderboard in a minute. It's a little nerve-wracking. I'm losing that much time at the later going to the run. Maybe I burned my tires off trying to get through the pack. Didn't do that in the first race, but I'm doing it in this one. This guy's got to let me go. He's not giving me a lot of room. Move out of my way. Jeez. Now it's under a second and a half. Dude, you have got to get out of my way. Slow me up so much. Packing it into the wall out of turn 2. Go. Another reason I don't like losing this much time, I didn't think I was going to have the lead after the pit stops anyway. If I played late in the last run, like I'm doing here, what is that going to do for us as far as trying to come back a little bit? My lap times aren't too off. Fastest lap is a 22.560. And that last lap was about 0.7 of a second off my fastest. By the end of a full run, that's not bad. I just think Truex in second has a better long run car. I could probably take some wedge out of it. I'm pushing a little too hard now. I've hit the wall twice out of turn 2 the last couple laps just because I'm trying to do what I can to get back into the gas sooner. Which I'd be able to do if I took the wedge out. I like how planted it feels to the racetrack. It feels better at the start of this race from a comfortability standpoint than what it did in the last race. And that's why I don't want to change it. But I guess Lewis is fast if he can hang on to it. I'm scared I'm not going to be able to hold on to it. So even if I don't win, I think we've got a top 2 at the very least locked in. Once I got out into some cleaner air, Truex still dealing with some traffic back there, and we went from 1.3 to about 1.6 to 1.7 ahead, so it got a little bit better. Going for that lap 68 pit stop. Trying to get more consistent with maybe using that Austin Dillon line with a lower exit. It's what I like to do at Richmond. I probably got away from doing that quite a bit in this race. There we go. Now I'm starting to put some time on him again. You know what? I'm going to pit at lap 65 just to be safe on fuel. I was thinking I could get to lap 68. I still might be able to, but I'm not going to risk it. Our fuel light just started flashing on me last lap. And we've got some of the leaders coming in right now. I'll be on my way in this time by. Definitely want to get down there before a bunch of them make their way in. They got a bunch coming in right now. It's all right. Stay committed to my strategy. Let's pit this time. All right. Wow, Truex gained a lot of time on me there. I babied it coming into the pits. I could have gotten more out of it, and I didn't. Robert Goodrich, welcome to the stream. Destroy the front and the rear of the car so you will not pass tech. No, never. You're supposed to do that so you do pass tech. You had it backwards. Look up and we're over 26 seconds on a pit stop? What are we doing? I had time to throw some food in the microwave and get back by the time it's done. How long we were on pit road for. Jeez. Clint Boyer's in the lead. I'm surprised Truex isn't even the one leading either. Is that a spot? That was not a spot. All right, well, I'm 5 seconds off the lead. Had some smoke over there in turn 3. We did not have a caution in the first race. Second race, no yellow so far. I just ran my fastest lap, 21.6 flat. I was almost a second faster, I think. Like a 5.60, 22.56. Maybe it's 4.6. Something. All right. Truex did get back to the lead. Boyer led for just a brief moment. Oh, it feels nice to have grip again. Oh my gosh. I still ran my fastest lap. Well, I guess I didn't make contact with him until after I hit the start-finish line. I do have a little bit more open track than what I did on the initial start when everything was double wide. With the fresh tires, I can be more aggressive because I know the car after not having any practice. Come on. Try to get back into this. There's a lot of traffic up there. I don't know how much of it Truex has already passed. What a slow pit stop. I mean, obviously it's one thing to make a mistake. 26-second pit stop. It's like Alex Bowman's playoff pit crew. Into the 27s. 20.719. 2.5 seconds off the lead. Oh, yeah, there's a ton of traffic up here. Truex is in the middle of it. He's got through quite a few cars, but he's still got quite a few to go. Well, this could get a little chaotic. Got time. Still got 51 laps to go. A little bit free under braking that time into turn one. You know, I grabbed my water earlier, and I don't even think I took a sip of it. Wasted time for nothing. Try to arc the corner off a little bit so I can get this low exit and get by these two lap cars off turn 4. That worked out well. It's my 20 plus years of NASCAR video game experience coming in handy there. Probably been about 20 years since I played my first NASCAR video game. Maybe more. Couldn't tell you how old I was first time I played. We've got years of experience, though, that's for sure. The game sound's gone? That's weird. I am going to have to pause it for a very quick second. Get my laptop on a charger. That might be part of the problem for the game sound going away. Let me know if anybody else is having issues with the game sound when I unpause it. I kind of don't want to readjust anything because we're so close to the end of the race. It's going to take me a couple minutes. I unpaused it and I got out of a rhythm. Washed up the racetrack, overdrove the entry to turn 3. Lap 80. There's Truex and Boyer. No lap cars between us anymore. BJ McLeod in NASCAR 25. Yeah, we're going to have to start those driver polls here very soon for NASCAR 25 across all 4 series. You guys will get to vote for who I'm going to race as. Up to second. Got by Boyer out of turn 4. Going to drive it in deep into 1. Not wasting any time. I'm being aggressive. I cleared Truex first corner I had a chance to get to him in. Game sound's gone minus the spotter. That's so weird. You guys can hear the spotter, but the rest of the game volumes. Definitely an OBS glitch. I don't want to mess with it just because we're so close to the end of the race. 3 laps a minute here. I mean, we're within the last 15 minutes easily. .41 to go this time by. Well, we've only had one caution-free race on the full races for the Busch Series side, which was Daytona in the season opener. These are our first 2 50% races of the season, and first one went caution-free. This one may very well go caution-free also. And we brought out the lone yellow at Bristol. I needed 2 wins, though. I needed it. The road courses are tough for me on this game, and I think I've got a couple of them coming up at the end of the regular season. Boulder Raceway Park is in the next race or 2. And then we've got the New York Metro Speedway for the street race, and we had, what, like 40-something cautions in the truck race there. The Busch race is going to be even longer, so that's going to be a struggle as well. Muted and forgot? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I unmuted it in between the 2 games. I mean, I can check that. I mean, if it's as simple as that. No, yeah, I unmuted it. I did have to mute it for a second between games just because of the soundtrack on the main menu. We had 2 DNFs in the first race, only 1 so far in this one. We do have 1 set of tires left the rest of the way. Lap 90. .30 to go this time by. Keep forgetting to look to see how many cars are on the lead lap just to make a decision as to whether or not I should or shouldn't pit. Probably get away with just staying out. Might make it a little bit more fun for you guys and just pit anyway. As long as we have enough laps left. Put some fresh tires on. Rip back to the front. So we wouldn't have to go anywhere near the whole field. At least I could be on offense that way. Uh, 12 cars on the lead lap. Yes, we did. $25 laps to go at the line. Ton of clean air in front of us for a little while. I don't want to say to the end of the race, but it's going to be for a while. Yeah, I'm aware of the game volume issues. I don't know what happened in the middle of the second race, but we lost audio of most of the gameplay. But I did want to pause it to try to figure it out because we were down around 40 laps to go at that point already. And I know it's going to take me a minute to log out of OBS. Could be looking at a black screen for a minute. If we had more of the race left, I would, but by that point, we were in the last 15 minutes. We'll tough it out. I'll make sure I reset everything before I end the stream, or after I end the stream tonight, just so that way it's ready to go for tomorrow. I don't even know what the next race is on the schedule. I know Boulder's coming up. That's either the next race or the race after that, and then Nazareth is the race after Boulder. A little free. Almost a 7-second lead. Good old Walmart car charging the corner hard again. He was doing that in the last race. He didn't hit me that time, so that's good. Hopefully he learned his lesson. Not like I wrecked him or anything, but I wanted to. Oh, caution is out. What do we have? Like 14 to go, 15 to go. First caution of the race. Is it debris? I don't know what happened. It looked like he might have just like dropped the motor and they threw a caution. Itchy eyes, itchy eyes. Well, I'm pitting. Screw it. Give me fresh tires. Now we can take 26 seconds and it won't matter because we're the only one down here. We had 12 cars on the lead lap. Are they going to take 26 seconds again? 27? We had a 26-second stop and a 27.5-second stop. All right, well, Truex has the lead. Here we go. We got lap cars underneath us, so we have 10 plus laps to go. We're at 12 to go. One car lap. That's all we need, position-wise. Hopefully get to the bottom quickly. Fresh tires. Casey Kane's on the apron. Look out. Look out, Casey. 4 wide. Number 3. Casey was trying to cause an incident right in front of me. Go, go, go. Cold trickle specials. Give me those freshies. We're bouncing off of cars. I'm not wasting any time. I'm not playing around, all right? Making it interesting for the chat. That's the only reason I pitted. It was a little bit of a risk coming out of the lead. 10 to go. The risk was if we would have caught a wreck right in front of us like we almost did. That would have been terrible. So then I put myself in that situation. Already up to 5th. A lot of lap cars up here. Danny O'Quinn Jr. right in front of us. 9 to go. Sam Horace Jr. is blocking the crap out of me. Sam driving it in deep. We're under him now. 3 wide. Can't hold back these fresh Goodyears. Up to 3rd. Going for 2nd on the number 2 of Boyer. Not have expected Danny O'Quinn Jr. to be the leader, but he is. He's going to be blocking for his life, it looks like. He overdrove the entry to the corner. McMurray under him, side by side for the lead out of turn 4. Did not lead that lap at the line. But we're going to lead into turn 1. Well, thank goodness the slow pit stops didn't come back to haunt us. My gosh. I just ran my fastest lap of the race, 20.625. Saved the best for last. These fresh tires, now I've got clean air. 5 to go this time by. Well, now if we catch a caution, we're already in front of them. And we have fresher tires, which is going to help our case of trying to hold on to the lead even more. So this might actually end up working out better for us because I got to the lead with laps remaining. I wasn't worried about not getting back to the lead, otherwise I wouldn't have done that, but I had the speed to do it. I was actually quicker that last run compared to the rest of the field from where I was on the first run. The first run, I kind of flatlined, then they were catching me at the back end of it, but I think I abused my tires a little earlier in the race trying to pass all those cars where right there I only had to come from 5th. Fastest lap again, 20.51. So fastest lap of the race on the third to last lap. That was a solid turns 1 and 2. I'm just trying to put down my quickest lap times possible at this point. Oh, this is gonna be my new fastest lap for sure. For sure. 2:10. 20.295. Kind of overdrove the entry a little bit there, but I got back into the gas at a pretty good spot. That was solid through 3 and 4 on the yellow line. Fastest again. Wow, I didn't think I was going to get it. I ran my 5 fastest laps of the race in the last 6 laps after taking the lead. I think I got too much of the apron there. 2.5 advantage on the final lap. Yeah, this lap's not going to get it, but checkered flag waving for Jamie McMurray as we go back to back. I think I did put my fastest lap in there at the end. I think it was a 27. Let's go. I ran 6 of my fastest laps in the last 7 laps of the race. Polish victory lap for win number 2 of the night. Here we come. What a night for little Jamie baby. After finishing 27th and 43rd, the last 2 races, backs it up with first and first the next 2. Was it on easy racetracks for me on this game? Hell yes, but that's just the way the schedule landed for ourselves. It wasn't really by design, even though I technically created the schedule. I just have all my hardest tracks in the playoffs. And we've only got 6 wins, so we've only got 30 playoff points right now. We need all the wins we can get over the next several races. 1 caution, 10 lead changes, average race speed of 110.5 miles per hour, 50 minutes, 54 seconds total time of the race, 2.5 margin to victory. We led 81 laps after starting last out of the 125. Danny O'Quinn Jr. finishes second with 5 laps led. So 1-2 finish for Roush Fenway Racing. Clinton Boyer ends up third. Martin Truex Jr. led 36 laps from the pole, finishing 4th, and Kevin Harvick in 5th. Sam Orders Jr. 6th, David Stremme 7th, Matt Kenseth 8th, John Wood 9th, Marcus Ambrose rounds out the top 10. We had 13 cars finish on the lead lap. Our other teammates, Greg Biffle, a lap down in 16th. David Reagan, 20th, a lap down. Todd Cleaver, a lap down in 25th. And as far as our DNFs for the night, we had just one, Jay Campbell. That was it. So that's going to wrap up tonight's live commentary stream. Be sure to hit, or I keep saying live commentary. I said it at the start, and I said it at the close. We'll be back for NASCAR 08 again tomorrow. Next race, let me look real quick. Next race is Boulder. Okay, so good chance that's going to be a 50% one because I don't want to do 200 laps on a work night on a road course. So probably going to be a 100-lap road course race tomorrow at Boulder. That'll be a good race length for us. Be sure to hit the like button again if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe for more NASCAR content. See you guys tomorrow night, everyone.